Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for video number 2. This time on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share this video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell to get notified when I do a video, so you never ever miss an upload. That's it. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet as well. So, like the video, dislike the video. I don't give a fuck what you do. Because the same people disliking, they have no fucking balls. It is what it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so like the video, dislike the video, do whatever you want. Leave a comment down below or come in the chat, act a fool. Talk about Smackdown, talk about whatever you want. And that's all I gotta say about that. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, all my other channels as well, down below in the description box, and all the other good shit. Alright, let's get sexy, ladies and gentlemen, because it's late at night. Time to get sexy. Of course, we have to. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday night, July the 23rd, 2021, second video of the night. Didn't think I was gonna do this video tonight. I was thinking of maybe doing it tomorrow, but since I was sleeping, decided to do it now and then go to bed so I can have all day tomorrow to rest up. The weekend's here and everything else. Got a big weekend, as you know, if you watched my first video, my stream where I talked about CM Punk signing with AEW. And some other stuff here and there. Just watch the video link down below. Give it a like on the TTC Reborn channel. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the bell, subscribe, and share the video all over the internet. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, so like I said, big day of wrestling, big week of wrestling. Ended the week with a bang, if you will. Monday we had the return of Oldberg challenging Bobby Lashley for the WWE title. I will do my Raw review tomorrow, so I get a Smackdown, then a Raw review. Usually I do Raw, then Smackdown, but I'm gonna be very sick just for this week, and then probably do Raw again after that. And that's basically it. But like I said, we saw the return of Oldberg. John Cena was on the show, and then we saw the debut of Killer Cross, and he lost in 10 seconds to Jeff Hardy. Stupid. Then we saw the return of Keith Lee. He proceeds to lose in about 5 minutes to Bobby Lashley. Thanks for coming. Go back to catering. It is what it is. They bury Killer Cross. And then they make him dominant again on NXT. Made no freaking sense. Anyway, Raw did a 1.9 with Cena and Oldberg, so I popped a little bit of a rating. Not much, but a little bit. Then we saw on NXT, we saw Killer Cross go berserk, and as we saw at the end when Joe was looking for him, we saw Killer Cross basically beat up. Well, see him beat him up, but we saw Real Regal unconscious on the floor, and Killer Cross basically saying, come and get me. And then Joe went after him, and Cross left in his car, and that's it. So, and then Wednesday, we found out on the tapings. So if you don't know about the tapings yet, yeah, NXT is taped this week, coming week on Tuesday on Sci-Fi. They taped on Wednesday night. So during the tapings, we found out that Joe resigned as enforcer for William Regal. He's now an active competitor again in NXT. And he told Regal, he wants Killer Cross for the NXT NXT title, and that's going to actually happen at NXT TakeOver 36 on August the 22nd, the night after SummerSlam. So that match is now basically official. I just think Killer Cross has to sign off dotted line, but it's basically official. So that's one of the spoilers for NXT. Also, the other one was Dakota Kai turning her back on Raquel Gonzalez, beating her up. So she turned on Dakota Raquel. So she's probably going to be next in line to face Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship, which will probably be at TakeOver 36 as well. We still don't know where it's going to be yet. If it's going to be at the CWC in Florida or it's going to be in Vegas. We'll see. We'll find out in the next couple of weeks. And finally, from the WWE NXT tapings, well, actually, this happened on NXT UK yesterday. Walter will be defending the NXT UK Championship against Ilya Dragunov at TakeOver 36. So TakeOver 36 looks pretty damn big, huge. So that's all I gotta say about that. And so that's it for WWE, NXT. We'll get to Smackdown in a minute. So I'm gonna briefly do this video and then edit it up and then probably eat something and then go to bed. Maybe take a shower, then go to bed. I don't know. So I'm kind of in. I'm in a lot of pain right now, but it is what it is. So we'll get to that. Plus that, and AEW did a pretty good rating of 1.12 in the ratings. They went up a little bit. That was good for Fyter Fest Night 2. I had a pretty good show. Just watch my AEW review, and you get that review. So, all right. So if you missed any of my reviews this week, just click on one of the channels and check all those videos out that I did. Especially, and then on my Metal Card channel, I did a unbagging of my new In This Moment shirt. So check that out. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. So check out all my channels. Just click on the channel, and you see the latest videos. Watch them. Give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Do whatever you want. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on. All right. So, like I said, check out my CM Punk stream on the TTC Reborn channel. Link down below. Give it a like. Give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Do whatever you want. And might do another stream this weekend. Probably tomorrow. I might do after my Raw review, and then I might do a just a random open forum stream, just talking about random stuff. So come on in and we'll chat. Maybe I'll have people on. I don't know. It's it's Saturday, so maybe I'll have maybe a couple people on if I feel like it. But we'll see. Because I know trolls will come around. So it is what it is. But I'll see. So I'll have probably a Saturday afternoon, maybe Saturday evening stream. Probably won't be too long on the TGC Reborn channel, so check it out on tomorrow, because I'm gonna be busy Sunday. I'm gonna be busy most of the day on Sunday, so I'm probably not doing any videos on the weekend unless something big comes your way. But that's all I gotta say. So tomorrow I'll do my Raw review on this channel, the Killer Demons channel, and then probably later on I'll do my just do an open forum stream, like a Super Saturday stream. Just talk about wrestling and talk about the Mets and everything and stuff like that. Just random stuff. Maybe some wrestling news here and there. And that's pretty much it. So check it out this weekend. And speaking of the Mets, they won tonight, 3-0. Yes. Tyler McGill pitched another gem, 6 innings. something in my ear. Pitched a good game, not a good game. Alonso with not one but 2 home runs, basically all the offense the Mets needed. And thankfully Diaz came in and didn't fuck it up. And so the Mets won over the Toronto Blue Jays. 3-0 at Citi Field. They're now 8 games over 500 once again. First place once again. They had a 4-game lead over the Filthies and JD's Braves, who are playing tonight. I don't know what happened. I'll look at it later. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, by the way, thank you for the view. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, so like I said, Mets won, Yankees lost last night, and we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, the Braves won again tonight. You know, I have to root for the Braves this weekend against the Filthies. You know, it doesn't really matter because they'll still be in second place, second or third, well, tied for second place. The Mets will just kick some ass. Got Taijuan Walker on the mound tomorrow. We beat up Steven Matz tonight. You know, got a nice little video from the Mets tonight for his long time run with the Mets. I think it was he was with the Mets for 5 years. And I think he's been in the organization for like 10, something like that. But still, Alonso basically lit him up. And McGill got his first win as a Met, first hit as a Met. All good. It's all good against a pretty good hitting team in the Toronto Blue Jays, and McGill just was like the Grom, the GOAT, who's coming back next week. Can't wait for that. That's gonna be good. So like I said, Mets win. Got Taijuan Walker on the mound tomorrow. The game's on channel 11, so I'll be watching that tomorrow. And I think Sunday, well, we don't have anybody pitching Sunday. We don't know yet. Might be Carlos Carrasco finally coming back and making his Mets debut, coming off of his hamstring injury that he suffered in spring training. So he might be pitching either Sunday or Monday in that doubleheader against the Braves. Well, that's going to be a big series with the Braves. Ooh, boy. 5 games against the Braves with a doubleheader on Monday, by the way. 5 straight at home against the Braves. Oof. That's going to probably make or break the season for the Mets and the Braves. I'm hoping the Mets can take at least 3 or 5 or maybe 4 or 5. But, you know, can't count JD's Braves out yet. Right now, they're 4 games out. They stay that way through the weekend. You know, anything can happen in those 5 games, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But it's gonna be next Monday to next Thursday is gonna be huge for both teams, and we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, the Mets win like 3 or 5 or 4 or 5. But if they lose 3 or 5. Or if they lose 4 or 5, first place might be go bye-bye by the trade deadline. And they picked up a pitcher today from the Tampa Bay Rays, Rich Hill. They traded him. Well, they got him from Tampa Bay, and Mets got a couple. The Mets sent a couple of minor league guys to the Rays. But I think his nickname is Dick Mountain. Take that with a grain of salt. That's what Rosa calls my dick, Dick Mountain. But it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, that's Mets got another pitcher who could be pitching this weekend or sometime next week. Hopefully it doesn't screw up. We need pitching right now until the GOAT comes back next week. And we're still, the Mets are still players in the Chris Bryant sweepstakes. Mets are still on his radar. Might have a big trade coming up with the Mets and the Twins, where the Mets get I forget his first name, Barrios and Josh Donaldson, and the Mets will probably send maybe Mauricio or a couple other prospects to the Twinkies, and we get Donaldson, bona fide third baseman, and we get another pitcher, and Barrios, who probably just a rental for the second half and maybe into the playoffs, but we'll see. So yeah, we'll find out next week what the Mets do with the trade deadline, and that's all I gotta say about that. But good win tonight, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night at Citi Field with the Mets and the Toronto Blue Jays. And as far as the Yankees go, I hope they lost. That's all I gotta say about that. And Braves and Phillies, I don't care what happened. Hope they got rained out. Because both of them suck. It is what it is. Alrighty. Let's get down to business now. All right, on this late Friday night. By the way, it's 11/11, so make a wish. Make it good. Do it right now. I made my wish, so go ahead and make your wish at 11/11. It's just a myth. It's a mythical. It's a mythical. It's just like a myth. Every like at 11/11 or at 3:33 or something like that. Like 4:44, 5:55, 10:10, 11:11, 12:12. You know, like one of those weird times you have to make a wish. You know, really at 11/11 you have to make a wish. That's like some weird story, weird myth. By the way, and also it's an In This Moment song from the Blood album, 11/11. I think it's an instrumental. I don't think there's any lyrics. I have to listen to it again. But still, great song, by the way. It just was. Thank you for the free view, by the way. And it is what it is. All right, so on this late Friday night, second video of the night, right here on the Killer Demons channel, it is time for your late night Smackdown review for July the 23rd, 2021. Well, from two places tonight. Live at the arena in Cleveland at, what was it called? Rolling Rocks or some rocking, I don't think it was. Anyway, from Cleveland, Ohio, that shithole that it is. Also, it was live in front of a lot of people in Miami at a hip-hop thing. Two matches they had. Two boring as fuck matches in front of all those people. They said it was like 200,000 people. Yeah, okay. There's no way that there was 200,000 people at that event in Miami at a hip hop festival. No way, 200,000 my ass. By the way, they all look bored. It is what it is. But yeah, I think WWE trying to pull WrestleMania 2 out of their hat, being in WrestleMania 2 was in three places: New York, Chicago, and LA. So yeah, so SmackDown was live in Cleveland and in Miami. They tried to do something interesting, but they failed miserably tonight. By the way, thank you for the view again. Just keep the dislikes coming. You can't even see it now, so it doesn't matter. But thank you. But thank you for the view, because you can't come in and say something. Too bad for you. Anyway. That's all right. All right, so SmackDown tonight, not so good. Even with Cena, on the show. And Edge. You're going to put Edge. But tonight's SmackDown was garbage. It was horrible. I'm going to open up nicely with Cena and Heyman going at it. But the rest of the show just flat garbage. It's horrible. I mean, we had Bianca Belair against Carmella in Miami in front of those fans. The fans had no reaction for both of them. The match was garbage. Then you had who was it? Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits. With Montez Ford coming back, though he can't wrestle yet. He took on Chad Gable of Alpha Academy with Otis at ringside. That match basically got no reaction, even with Wale, there, trying to hype up the crowd. No reaction at all. Felt like the crowd was just like there, like, when is Metallica coming out? So yeah. So when WWE wants to, do two city, a show live from two different places, I think they should try again. I'm surprised no CM Punk chants from either location, but it is what it is. But yeah, most of the show was besides the opening segment and Edge's segment with Seth Rollins and the final segment with Roman and Finn Balor. I'll get to that in a minute. Which had a classic line from Roman. Roman just buried Cena tonight. It was great at the end what he said. If you read the little banner, well, he didn't say the banner. I just, kind of paraphrase what Roman said about Cena. Oh boy, that's probably gonna be the meme and the probably Roman's best promo in a long time. What he said about Cena. Oh boy, but I mean, but that banner is, it is what it is. Doggy style, greater than missionary. It is what it is. You gotta spice it up a little bit. You can't have, just what like Roman said. I don't want to go forward a little bit, but like Roman saying Cena's like from 2005. Cena's been the same since 2005. It was like having missionary, it's like missionary position every goddamn night. It is what it is. Gotta spice it up. Gotta change it up a little bit. Come on. Can't do the same fucking position every freaking time. Spice it up a little bit, guys and girls. Come on. Spice it up. There's that's like a million positions you can do besides freaking missionary. Just, bore yourself out. Bore the girl out. Or the guy, whoever it is. Change it up a little bit. Come on. That's what Cena needs to do. He needs to change it up. Saying, new Mountain Dew-like shirt. Whoop-de-doo. Same freaking promo. Same freaking moves. But thankfully, you only got to see him for 15 in 15 cities. I think next week's in Pittsburgh. If I'm following the commercial right. Because Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and then it ends in Phoenix, which is the night before SummerSlam, and then after that, we won't see Cena for a long time. And that's good. We don't need to see Cena all the time anymore. And that's when WWE's ratings go down the drain again. It is what it is. That's it. All right, let's get to the show. As getting later and later and later, and that's all I gotta say about that. All right, I'm getting tired. I'm about to freaking pass out. Long day. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's start it. Let's start it off, and you can come in the chat, talk about Smackdown or anything you want. That's it. All right, chat room is now open. And leave your likes and dislikes and all your other shit. That's it. All right, so we start the show, and like I said, it was a split show from Cleveland, and I'm gonna go to Miami later. All right, so basically the main show was from Cleveland, Ohio. And then two matches from the hip hop festival in Miami. So we're live in Cleveland, and we start the show off with our good buddy, Mr. Green Shirt himself, John Cena. So Cena comes out, not to a great pop. Yeah, but it is what it is. Pretty me pop. So he goes, does his thing, the ring, the same crap that we've been seeing do since 2005. So he goes in the ring, crappy promo, starts playing with the crowds like, everyone, Cleveland, yeah, it's Smackdown. Same old crap. So then he tries to get serious, and he understands that the fans are pumped up, they're amped, and it's been one hell of a week, especially really, for WWE, AEW, and NXT. Especially for AEW with the signings of Bryan Danielson, and Punk. Mm-hmm. That's that. Talks about his surprise return. He said he was so excited he crashed Raw and come back at Money in the Bank. Then he crashed Raw to address some fan issues. Doing like a Q&A stuff. Most notably, him being the only guy left to check the lifeless egomaniac that is Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. So he says he came back to challenge Roman for the Universal title at SummerSlam, which he announced on Raw. He says everyone can feel how close they are to him and Reigns going face to face, and he couldn't think of a better place than Cleveland. Then he brings up the Indians. The Cleveland Indians have now changed their name to the Cleveland Guardians. Ugh. Sounds like a like a minor league team, the Cleveland Guardians. It's great. We're gonna have a superheroes, that mascot, and not Chief Wahoo. Stupid. This is what happens when you have idiots in cancel culture. Got rid of Chief Wahoo. They got rid of the Redskins title. So, because we have to be nice to the Native Americans. It is what it is. I mean, no disrespect to Native Americans. If you're Native American, great for you. But still, you can't change a team's name that's Native American, like the Redskins or the Indians. Come on now. Stupid. I mean, the Washington Redskins are now the Washington football team, which sounds retarded. And now the Cleveland Indians are known as the Cleveland Guardians. Ooh, it makes me want to vomit. Since we're talking about changing teams' names, with the Native Americans, there's another team that has a Native American on their logo. That's the Florida State Seminoles in college football. Are they going to change their name? I probably just gave the Native Americans an idea now. Oh, let's go to Florida State and have them change their names because they're using the Native American as their logo. And they have their mascot is basically a Native American guy coming out on a horse. Well, you gonna change that? Fucking idiots! Better not. I don't want Florida State to freaking change their logo and change their name. Come on now, that's stupid. But this is the world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Cancel culture, Black Lives Matter, it doesn't matter. Just don't touch Florida State, please. Do not touch the Florida State Seminoles. That's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say. And that's it. Alright, so he talks about that. Bringing up the Indians changing their name to the Guardians. The fans do not like it. I don't blame them. And then he says he changed his middle name to Guardian because someone has to protect a small amount of respect the WWE has left. Okay. He says Smackdown with Roman as champion as absolutely sucked. Not really. But that's just his opinion, his perspective. And he knows there are dozens, nay, hundreds of Roman Reigns fans who disagree with him. This guy. But the important thing is they can now the fans are back. They can have their voices be heard. No more Thunderdome. No more LED screens. We're live in color. And we're back. We're back in the arenas. Fuck the virus. Even though the virus is going nuts again. So you probably say, listen, we're gonna have fans, but pretty soon, we'll probably be going back to lockdowns, and we're really going back to wearing masks now, even if you're vaccinated. That sucks. So you can have both shots. You can have the one shot. You still have to wear a goddamn mask everywhere you go. Stupid. That's one. You gotta live with it. This fucking virus isn't gonna end anytime soon. It is what it is. I got a big ass pimple on my eye. That's not good. I don't think you can see it, but it is what it is. Not that I went out anywhere today. Basically, well, I did go out in the morning, and I came right back. I didn't really go out much today, but tomorrow this weekend I'll probably be going out. I have to go out, but it is what it is. Big weekend. That's all I gotta say about that. So where was I? So he talks about fans are back in the arena. They could have their voices be heard and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. Then he says SummerSlam is a chance to stand up for what you believe in, and he asks which team are the fans on. Are they on Team Jorts or Team Cargo Pants? Then we get a big old-fashioned Cena chant. So he says, are you on Team Jorts or are you on Team Cargo Pants? Basically, Team Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect. Blah, blah, blah. Dog. A team the fans always reject. Ooh. So it's basically like, are you on my team or you're on Roman's team? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, speaking of Roman, where are you, Roman? So he's like, oh, I guess you can't see me. And he says after SummerSlam, he'll realize that the champ, the champ vouches. The champ is here. No, not happening. Sorry. Anyway, so Cena wants Roman to come out. He wants to make history. Ooh, history. Now, what kind of history is that? That you're actually going to face him for the first time for the Universal title and lose? That's history. Anyway. So calls out Roman. But, Roman's time, he's not coming out. So we're waiting. Then we hear, ladies and gentlemen, so a good buddy, Paul, my name is Paul Heyman, comes out on the ramp with a mic. So it basically saying, man, you have this all wrong. Roman can't hear you because you're not worth his time to listen to. So he tells Cena not to get his panties in a bunch. So Heyman says he's gonna give him his word that tonight Cena will get an answer to his challenge, but only when Roman tries to come out and basically show everyone that the tribal chief is here. So basically, end of the night. So that's that. So he says the tribal chief is here. Then if we can get Heyman and Cena in a promo off for the next 4 SummerSlam, I'm sold. You don't need Roman. Just have Cena and Heyman just go back and forth. You know who's gonna win that? Heyman, of course. But Heyman, Paul Lee just buried Cena in this whole segment, because afterwards he finishes his promo, then he starts humming Cena's theme. He goes, it was funk, and that's all he's got to say about it. You gotta love Paul Lee. That's all I gotta say about that. So for 3 out of 5 stars. So it's basically one of the segments of the night besides the Seth Rollins Edge segment coming up later. And at the end of the show with Roman, what he said to Cena, and what happened with him and a little guy named Finn Balor. About that in a little bit. So like I said, 3 out of 5 stars for that. And we will move on from that. Okay, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, after that, we get a recap from last week where the Prince, Finn Balor, made his return to the main roster, his return to Smackdown in basically over 2 years, and how he kicked Zayn's behind. That was that. All right, so before we go to break, we see the Prince come out. Tight once again. And we're going to get the match between Finn Balor and Sami Zayn after the break. And Balor comes out, does woo, woo. So that's it. So we're going to get that match coming up after the break. All right. All right, so we go to commercial. We come back with match number 1. Finn Balor taking on Sami Zayn, the man who steals orphans from Mexico. The conspiracy artist, whatever you want to call him. Match was... I thought this would have been a great match, but yeah, this is WWE we're talking about here. We don't have great matches in WWE anymore, do we? Yeah. But anyway, they lock up. Balor with a go behind. Sami goes to the strikes right away. Sami goes for a 1925 arm wringer. Balor escapes that, but then he eats a right hand to the face. Then Sami does some little bit of ground and pound. Tosses Balor out of the ring. He goes outside the ring and starts beating up Balor some more. Then they go back in the ring. And then the Prince comes back, lays in some strikes and some stomps. Then he tosses Sami out of the ring. Then he hits a flippity-dippity-doo. Big dive onto him as we go to commercial. We come back. Belch. No. We come back. Balor runs into a clothesline. And then Sami with some knees. Balor fights back with a kick before walking into before walking into a DDT from Sami. Sami gets in the corner. He sets up for the hell of a kick, but Balor intercepts him and hits the sling blade. Then he hits the Eye of the Hurricane, or the 1917, whatever you want to call it. Hits that. Tries to go for the shotgun dropkick, but Sami counters with a Blue Thunder Bomb. And as always, we know when you hit the Blue Thunder Bomb, you're going to kick out there too. Because that doesn't work. When was the last time we saw somebody win with a Blue Thunder Bomb? Anyone? Bueller? So he hits that, gets in the afar of that. Sami tries to go for the exploded suplex. Balor avoided it with some elbow strikes. Hits a standing double stomp to Sami. Then he hits the shotgun dropkick. Then he hits it again because the hard camera missed it. What else is new? Bad production. So he hits that. Sami's out cold. Balor goes up top. Hits the coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor gets the win in a match that wasn't really that great. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Yeah, so the Prince gets his win. Not a bad match, but still, I wish this was a lot better. But it is what it is. And that's that. All right, I missed this segment for some. Oh yeah, because I was helping them. I was watching it, and I had to stop and had to go out. So I missed most of SmackDown. Then I had to rewatch it because when I went out, I had to come back and I had to rewind on my DVR. So did that anyway. But I did, watch the rest of the show from there. Anyway, after that match, we go to the back. We have the lovely Kayla Braxton. She has as her guest the downless Baron Snorbin Corbin in the same shirt, but this time he doesn't have mustard ketchup on his shirt that he probably got from the dumpster. Anyway, Kayla asked, how much money that his e-begging campaign was doing. His GoFundMe, whatever it is, is doing. Apparently, he lost money as the guy who built the website for him ghosted him and stole his identity because now his credit is garbage. Oh, man. And he said he had to take the bus to get to Cleveland. Oh, That's it even gets worse because he said the public bus is like she sucks. I mean, I've never been in Cleveland, but I don't know. But mostly sometimes the buses and trains, especially here in Jersey and they stink. And the stations too. Was just littered with garbage. It is what it is. You can't go to any state where it's nice and clean. So everywhere you go, it's jumping around because nobody cleans up after themselves. And the sanitation companies can only do so much. It is what it is. But really, this fucking city in America. Yeah, it is what it is. You go to certain parts of Jersey, it's the same thing. Same fucking thing. Because it feels like you're in a bomb went off and all the garbage just spilled out on the floor. It's sad to just go to Manhattan, go to New York City, go anywhere in New York City. You see garbage everywhere. It's not good. Not good. But I feel for Corbin though. Not really, but I know where he's coming from. So he mentions that. He says I had to take the bus and it smelled really bad. And then he's like, "What the hell was wrong with me?" So he's really in this homeless, almost not really, basically a homeless guy. This homeless guy really playing it to a T. And it's a good thing for his career? Probably not. But we'll hear more from Baron Corbin later. It is what it is. And with Kevin Owens getting involved from what happened last week, when Kevin's like, when he was asking Kevin for money, and Kevin's like, "I'm not helping you," and gives him the stunner. So we get more of Corbin and Kevin Owens a little bit later, but I'll talk about that later. All right, so I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Yeah, the downless lock Corbin homeless gimmick. Well, it is what it is. WWE's trying to do something with Corbin, so why not let's just make him a homeless guy. Next thing you know, we'll see him we'll have a segment, where they go outside and we see Corbin sleeping on a cardboard box or something. A little blankie and begging for money like a beggar, like a homeless beggar. Some poor slap gives him like a quarter. "Thank you, sir." It is what it is. That's that. So we'll see what happens with that. Right, so like I said, 2 out of 5 stars for that, and we'll move on from there. All right, and so from there, to the ring, we see Money in the Bank himself, Biggie, with his Money in the Bank coming off a big win at Money in the Bank. We see the recap of him winning the Money in the Bank ladder match after he hit so he's Mr. Money in the Bank. and he can challenge for the WWE title, the Universal title, or maybe the NXT title. What was it? All right. So we'll get from him in his big celebration after break. So he's gonna be doing something in the ring. But I'm surprised we didn't hear, "Oh, Cleveland, don't you dare me sour clap," stuff like that. I don't think we heard that. But anyway, so we go to commercial. We come back. Big E's still playing to the crowd a little bit. It's like, "Cleveland!" So then the crowd chants, "You deserve it." And basically, he did. This is between him and Cesaro. And what did he do with Cesaro? Nothing, but we do see Cesaro in this segment, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, but glad he won. Now, he's just got to cash in. Probably be the WWE title from either Goldberg, Ashley. Probably be Goldberg. Hopefully at SummerSlam, and not, next September Extreme Rules. But we'll see what happens with that. So, he thanks the fans, like, "Thank you very much. I do deserve it." He says, "Money was a night he'll never forget." He starts joking that he jumped off a ladder and knows he has no business jumping off the ladder. Even though he hit the big ending, which is a big time move off the ladder. But it is what it is. But anyway, he says when he climbed the ladder and won, but then he gets interrupted by the Intercontinental Champion Apollo Crews with his band Commando Aziz. Cool. So they come out, get in the ring. So Apollo with his Nigerian accent. "I come from Nigeria." I can't even do it. I'm sorry. I can't do Nigerian accents. I can do other accents, like a German accent or a Russian accent or a Jamaican accent. Or a British accent, but I can't do Nigerian. Sorry. So Apollo comes out, congratulates Big E on overcoming the odds and climbing the ladder, all to win a contract, a briefcase with a contract that he can cash in at any time for up to basically a year, I think. I don't know if that's actually still true. We don't mention it. It's at any time, anywhere. So basically, he can hold it for 2 years. He still had it cashed in. But anyway, so yeah, says, "Oh, you went up the ladder. All you want was a contract." So Apollo's like, "Well, that's not the same thing as actually winning a title, like I did, like I did by beating you at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title, thanks to who, Mr. Cavadosis." So talks about that, and then out of nowhere we get Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. So they come out. So Ziggy says, "You want to talk about the title, you better be talking about the Dirty Dogs." I don't remember Bobby Roode winning the Intercontinental title. Do you? I know Dolph's won it, I think, a few times. I don't remember how many. I think it was like 3 or 4 times. So, well, you can't talk about the Intercontinental title without us. So I guess Bobby Roode's gonna get an Intercontinental title shot, even though it's a heel, which makes no sense. And Dolph's a heel, and Apollo's a heel, so you can't really do that. I don't know how it's gonna work. But anyway, so after they say their piece, we have Rick Boogs come out playing his little electric twanger, and you know who's coming out next? The King of WWE. But a pretty good performance at Money in the Bank. The King of WWE, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. So the revolving door of people coming out begins. Well, continues, I should say. So Nakamura comes out, the fans singing his theme. Rick Boogs playing the guitar. As always, Pat McAfee going nuts. What else is new? So, before Shinsuke can say something, guess who comes up next? Cesaro. So Cesaro comes out with a mic. Why not? The revolving carousel of people coming out with a mic. Well, I gotta talk. No, I'm gonna come out and talk. No, I'm gonna come out and talk. No, I'm gonna come out and talk. And are we gonna wrestle or we're gonna talk? Oh, we're gonna talk. You know, that's what happens. I want more. I want action, damn it. As my ex-girlfriend used to say, a little less talk, a lot more action, right here on Smackdown. Yeah, it is what it is, but it is what it is. Like I said, talk or we're gonna wrestle here. It's like when I went to my first one show way back in 2016. Yeah, like 6 people talking. I'm like, are we gonna wrestle or we're gonna talk? You can actually watch that. I don't even know if it's still around. That video. I don't even know if it's even there anymore. I think you have to probably go to T1Wrestling.com, but there is still T1 Wrestling. I don't even know that if their website's even up anymore. T1 Wrestling with Dennis Long, my good buddy. I don't know that site's even up anymore, but if it is, you can probably look up their. I don't know if it's the first show, but they did a show in Brooklyn, which I went to, and that's where one of the wrestlers said, I say we're gonna wrestle, we're gonna talk, and then the guy in the ring, was the not to be, I'll be politically correct, an African American name. Basically, he looked at me, he said, "We're gonna talk," and then everybody's like, "Oh, you got owned." Yeah, so the only time I owned at a wrestling show was the first time. Not that I got owned at a wrestling. That was actually the second time. The first time was Bobby Fish telling making fun of my clothes because I after they won the Ring of Honor tag team belts from I think it was the Bucks or Eddie. I think it was the Bucks and Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards. I forgot what show was that. I think it was Manhattan Mayhem or some show. Yeah, so they won, and then Bobby Fish is like telling one of the ring crew guys, give that sexy man the belt. And I'm like, he's not sexy. And Bobby Fish somehow overheard that. Then he looked at me and says, and you look sexy? And he started just going off on me. And from that point on, I hated Bobby Fish. For like 3 years, I hated Bobby Fish. Every time I went to a Ring of Honor show, I'm like, you suck. And they kept looking at me, gave me one of those looks. Like, so I hated him from that day on. And then after that, when he came, he did a couple of I think he did an FPW show where he was going, I think he was fighting somebody, and that was it. I went up to Bobby and said, I don't know if you remember, but I was at a show at Ring of Honor where you won the belts on the Bucks and Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards, and then you call Kyle a sexy man. And I said, no, he's not that sexy, and then you overheard it, and then you started dissing me. And he goes, oh yeah, I remember that. So he remembered, and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just fooling around, being a heckler and everything. He says, nah, don't worry about it. So yeah, we kind of patched things up. Man, look where Bobby Fish is now. He's with the Undisputed Era. He had a great career after that. Not the greatest career. No. He won the tag team belts multiple times with Kyle. But he's been basically injury prone most of the time. And now he's back. Now he's teaming up with Kushida. He teamed up with Kushida to take on the Diamond Mine with Roddy and Tyler Rust. And they got the win. So, Bobby's there, but, he just feels... I just feel Bobby Fish could do so much more in NXT. Maybe go after the Cruiserweight title. Maybe win the Cruiserweight title. He has so much potential. The guy that's been around for a long time. Give Bobby Fish a title. Come on, not the tag titles with Kyle. Give him give him the Cruiserweight title. Give him, I would say the $1 million title, but I don't even think he needs that. but still, give Bobby Fish something to do. Like I said, he has so much. He has great potential. I mean, he was Ring of Honor TV champion for a little bit, not too long, but still, that whole crew that he was in with Kyle and Adam Cole, baby, and Roddy, on the Undisputed Era for 3 years, just dominated NXT. Him and Kyle dominated Japan. They won the IWGP, the junior tag team champions. I don't think they won the heavyweight ones, but I know they were junior champions. They were so big in Japan. They were great in Japan. They were great in Ring of Honor. Won the Ring of Honor tag team titles multiple times, beating the Bucks, then losing to the Bucks, losing to the American Wolves, beating the American Wolves, going back and forth, basically everybody. Those teams in 2015, I believe, maybe 2016 too. That's it. But it is what it is. With Bobby Fish. I don't know how I went from Bobby Fish to Anyway, where was I? Cesaro comes out. Man, they should have won Money in the Bank. That's what it is. Cesaro comes out, says enough of talking. Let's get to some action. So little less talk, a lot more action here on SmackDown. Like my ex said. Anyway, Cesaro says he wants a shot at the Intercontinental title, and it's swing time here in Cleveland. So what does that lead to? A big 6-man brawl. And everybody's fighting. Even Commander Aziz. He tries to fight, but Cesaro and Shinsuke take him out to basically stagger him, and then Big E sends him out of the ring. And then Apollo gets caught by Big E. Well, gets caught by Cesaro with a big swing, and the fans are going nuts. Cole's going, it's time for the swing, but he does a swing and he just goes 1, 2, let's go. As I think it was Bobby Roode or Ziggy came in to stop it, and the fans didn't like that. And then after that, we got a big old stare down with all 7 men. And that's it. So it looks like I thought we were going to get a 6-man tag team match with Shinsuke, Cesaro, and Big E taking on Apollo Crews and the Dirty Dogs. But I guess we're going to get that next week. So, I guess nobody came out like Sonya Deville or Adam Pearce or even Teddy Long player. So no player tag team match after this big brawl that happened. I was like, wow. Okay. So I guess they're going to do it next week, a 6-man tag team match. So it is what it is. And we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Damn. For that. My leg is itchy. Damn freaking bugs. It is what it is. And that's that. All right. Then from there we go to Rolling Loud in Miami. Because we're in Cleveland, and then we go to Miami with that rap hip-hop festival. So we go to that part for the next 2 matches, which we didn't need. But WWE's trying to, branch out. It's like, we're going to be in 2 places tonight. Came off really bad. WWE really, really, really bad. This is where the show just went downhill. So we go to Miami at this festival and had massive amounts of people. They're saying 200,000. I don't believe that. But they had a lot of people in Miami, right next to the Hard Rock, what's it called? The Hard Rock Stadium with the Miami Dolphins, probably in the park not. Anyway, so we go there, and then we see our WWE's favorite person, Wale. With the Usos and the New Day rap battle. Remember that? We all remember that. Hey, Big E, let's just keep it PG. Don't get rated R like your boy Xavier Woods. You remember that one? That memorable Smackdown. That was a couple years ago. So Wale was part of that. So anyway, Wale comes out, starts playing to the crowd, no reaction at all. Most of them are like, "Oh, who's Wale? What are we doing here? Where's Metallica? Where's Slayer?" I don't even know who was at that rap festival. Probably a bunch of mumble rappers like Wale. Yeah, not a good night to be in Miami. It is what it is. So anyway, Wale comes out, tries to play to the crowd. So he's trying to rile up the crowd. Trying to introduce the Street Profits. Like I'm gonna do like a back and forth with you guys. He says, when I say we want the smoke, you say we want the smoke. So he goes, we want the smoke, and goes like this. Nothing. You barely heard it because basically the fans were not mic'd up. Good job. So anyway, that don't work. So then the Street Profits come out, Angelo Dawkins, and the returning Angelo Dawkins and Mr. Montez Ford, as they kind of came back from their injuries thanks to Mr. Otis and company. But I think Montez Ford's injury was actually legit, because we saw him in the hospital with I believe his son, or whoever that kid was. I think he has a son. Not with Bianca. I think that's in another relationship, but it is what it is. So they come out while they still going, we want the smoke. Nothing. And then Alpha Academy come out, Chad Gable and Otis. No reaction. That's that. All right, so now we get to match number 2. We're just matching. You can't do wrestling and hip hop, so you can't do that. You could try maybe for at a rock and roll festival. Maybe like if Slayer's playing and they play for a 2 hours, and then next thing you know, wrestling. Yeah, let's have wrestling while the music's playing. Oh, we don't care about the wrestling. Mosh pits around the ring or something like that. I don't know. But still, that's not the first time we had wrestling, at a, like a rock concert or something like that. Remember back in the day, rock the rock and wrestling connection back in the early 80s. They had some events at a concert, or like a came off well back then, but it is what it is. But I think that WWE shouldn't have had this tonight. They shouldn't have had basically. I don't even think matches. That was not a match. Then after that, it's like so WWE tried, failed. But AEW is gonna have a show at the fairground at like a carnival or something like that, fairgrounds. I don't know how that's gonna come off, but we'll see. I think it's gonna come off better than this. What the WWE did at this hip hop festival failed miserably. Ugh. Just makes me want to vomit. That's it. That's pretty much it. All right, so then we get to match number 2, Angelo Dawkins with Montez Ford and Wale at ringside. Takes on Chad Gable with Otis. The crowd looked like it was bored. Like, get this shit off. We want some Metallica. But since it was a hip hop festival, I guess I gotta say, bring out Snoop Dogg. So anyway, this match was garbage. Gable gets the advantage early on, beating up Dawkins. They run the ropes. Um, and Dawkins fights back with some striker work so bad. I mean, they're just going in the camera. I mean, who the hell was the camera crew tonight? They should get fired. It was angles just really bad. They had Alicia from NXT doing the announcing. We don't see her, but we hear her. And then we had Michael Cole and Pat McAfee doing like a simulcast, from Cleveland. So people in Cleveland are like looking at this and like, we're bored. We're gonna go to the bathroom right now. We're not gonna watch this. Yeah. So basically, 20 minutes for live in the arena in Cleveland. So yeah, they had to watch two boring as fuck matches. And what are you gonna do to pass the time? You go to the bathroom, take a mean old shit. You take a piss. You go to the concession stand. Maybe buy some old soda or beer. You just talk amongst yourselves and the fans. You wait and you wait and you wait. And then you hear like, oh, Bianca Belair, won her match. Whoop-de-doo. Like, oh, let's go back and see, what happens next. Well, I just wasted 30 minutes. So I don't get back. It is what it is. All right, so Dawkins fights back with some strikes. And then rope. Gable counts top rope. It was pretty nice. Holds it for as long as possible because he's got a 5. And then Gable goes up and clothesline. Off of the flying clothesline for a near fall. Goes back to work on that injured shoulder of Dawkins. Hits a hammerlock Northern Light suplex for a near fall. As we don't hear much of the crowd, and I think Vince had to pipe in some crowd noise. We heard a lot of piping chants. Anyway, Gable with a German suplex for another near fall. Goes up top for a moonsault, but Dawkins and Gable lands. Dawkins avoids a place in the clothesline to make his comeback. Gable with a holding thunder kick, and which the camera showed it from like this angle. I'm like, oh wait, it's this angle, dude. I can't see it. Bad work. Really bad. So he sends him to the ground. But Gable comes back with a 1922 backslide for an air fall. Then he goes at Dawkins. His anointment. 1, 2, 3. Angelo Dawkins picks up the victory, and they get a little bit of revenge on the Alpha Academy. That's it. No interference at all. Nothing from Otis. Going over to maybe smack Montez Ford and Wally. Like simple boring as fuck match. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. Man, this match sucked. So I gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars. Just rough, man. Really, really, really bad. Bad production. Bad camera. This match should not have happened. This whole thing shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have done a simulcast, 2 cities in the same fucking show. 6, okay? It's not WrestleMania 2 when they had, a couple of matches from the Nassau Coliseum in Chicago. I think it was at the Rosemont Horizon. I'm not sure, but it's in Chicago. Then they had it at the, I think it was, in LA when they had Hogan and Bundy in the cage. I think that was at the LA, what was that? At the LA Grand Coliseum, I think it was. That worked in the 80s. The WWF / the WWE was great. The golden era with Hogan and company. They could do that. Now, can't do it. Maybe New Japan. I think maybe the fans are going to be at the one. I don't think we'll ever see that again in a major wrestling company. Two shows. It's probably not going to work. But WWE tried, and they had a big old fail. I can only imagine what the rating's going to be. I highly doubt. They wanted a 2.5. They were thinking maybe getting a 2.5. A lot of people on YouTube were saying, "Oh, a Cena around. The fans are coming back. We're gonna get a 2.5." No. I was shocked that they only get just mustered 2.0 or 2.1. I don't think they're gonna get more than 2.1. I wouldn't be shocked if they do 2.2 just for Cena, because of Cena purposes, Cena, Roman, and Edge. As far as, the show was garbage. But if they can get 2.2 or more for a crappy show, but still, I'm thinking they're gonna do, I would say between 2.0 and maybe 2.2. But if they don't if they don't hit 2 million on this show, like they couldn't even hit 2 million with Cena, Killer Cross, Keith Lee, and Goldberg, they couldn't even hit 2 million. They can't hit 2 million on this show. Oh, there's problems. There is major problems with the WWE. That your part-timers, Cena, Goldberg, and Edge, your part-timers, because he's a part-timer, they can't draw, they can't get a big rating that they really should be getting, especially with the fans coming back. You bring a guy like Goldberg there, that's gonna pop a good rating. With Cena on the same show, then you debut Killer Cross and bury him, and then same thing with they return to Keith Lee, then you bury him too. And you can only muster 1.9 when you really should be getting over 2 million with Goldberg and Cena. But if the SmackDown rating is not 2.0 or 2.1 or maybe 2.2, that's bad. That's really bad. This just shows WWE, they're just trying to use part-timers to just pop a little bit of a rating, get the rating to go up just a little bit. But when they go, all you'll be seeing is Raw getting a 1.4 again. And SmackDown, even though it's on a major network like Fox, they'll still be between 1.8 and maybe at most 2.6, 2.7. But I just got a feeling they're gonna do between 2.0 and 2.2. I just got a feeling. Yep. Not like back in the day when Cena and company back in the Ruthless Aggression era, when they were getting 2, 3, maybe 4 million people watching. Back before Cena ruined the ratings and changed it from TV 14 to TV PG. At this rate, I think Vince needs to go back to TV 14 if he wants to get, he doesn't want his company to sink any further. It's basically, he's almost hit Titanic level. The ship has hit the iceberg and it's starting to go down. And you need, Vince needs his little old timers, the legends like Cena and Edge and Goldberg to save him. Not gonna be around much longer, dude. Vince needs to get it through his 75-year-old skull that you can't use all these old timers anymore to pop a rating. You can't have the same champions anymore. You can't have Lashley and then Drew then Lashley. You can't do that. Or give it to Orton. Another guy, you know. Give us somebody new. You know? Build somebody like a Keith Lee. Get him out of fucking catering. Stop burying him. Stop burying all your fucking talent from NXT. Like Keith Lee, like Ricochet, like Lacey Evans, and the list goes on and on and on. Especially Killer Cross. You're dominant champion NXT. First night on Raw, he loses in 5 seconds to Jeff Hardy. Why? Why is Vince doing this to NXT? Why? He didn't do this when all the other people from NXT came up. Oh, maybe Pac, but when Sami Zayn came up, wasn't really good. It's not good anymore now. It's like low mid card now. It's sad for a guy that was main eventing Final Battle 2012 with Kevin Steen. And Kevin Steen's now in a program with Baron Corbin Corbin. What the hell is going on? Why is Vince doing this to Hunter? Hunter's making it these guys and girls stars. They're there for like 2, 3, maybe 4 years. And then Vince says, let's bring them up. Vince and Bruce bring them up. And what do? Bury him on their first night. I know tonight was Tony Storm's debut. Thank the Lord they didn't fuck that up. But they will. You'll be seeing Tony Storm in catering with Naomi. Making cookies. While everybody else, like Bobby Roode and Ziggy are in catering, firing up the grill with Titus, making those big juicy steaks, maybe some chicken and rice and stuff, while the ladies are baking cake and baking those cookies. Really, you're in WWE for so long, and you're not on TV much. And you're basically in catering, eating Tice's great chicken and steak and some rice, and maybe some beans and stuff like that. And then you have, after a 3-hour show, 2 or 3 hour show, you're tired. You don't want to be in catering all day. You go to Naomi, you go to, whoever's bake the cookies that night, like Dana Brooke or whoever. You don't want to, you bring home some cookies. You're doing that every single night, every Monday night, every Friday night, or every Tuesday night at this point. You don't want to eat the same goddamn thing every time. There was I think it was on Facebook or was on, I don't remember what it was on. I think it was Facebook or Twitter. It's one of the big, it was on social media. I forget what site it was on, but anyway, there was a meme that had a picture of WWE catering, and below was, it was looked like it was like something out of a microwave, like a TV dinner, and then below it had AEW catering, which had like chicken wings and like all the nice stuff, it's like going to an Italian restaurant. You're getting all the good stuff, like chicken parmesan and calamari and great stuff. You don't want to, you want to have that when you go to catering. You don't want to have TV dinners like mashed potatoes from like 3 years ago. or a big juicy steak, and the freaking beef and the steak is like from like 2 years ago, and fresh baked cookies with a cookie dough is like from like 2 years ago. You don't want that. You want to have the nice. You want to go to catering and have a nice meal. Come on. You want to be there all the time. You gotta have spice it up. Come on. it is what it is, and yeah. That's pretty much it. But you got these low to mid card guys like Otis and Chad Gable and Rude and and yeah, Lucha Jobber. My eyes hurting. You got Lindsay Dorado and Eek, hanging out and catering with Ziggy and Rude and Chad Gable and Otis and Dana Brooke, Natalia Tamina, everybody else that doesn't get a lot of TV time. They put them on main event like Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, Jeff Hardy. That basically that's the catering crew shows. Ricochet, something like that. It's Mansoor and Ali, Mustafa Ali. All that's what it is. Main event and 205 Live are basically your catering shows. It is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, so yeah, going back to that match. Gable, what was that? Angel Dawkins wins with the anointment. They get the win. The crowd didn't give a flying you know what. And I didn't give a fuck. So I give that 1.5 out of 5 stars. And then after that, we see Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That's not really her hair, but she's Bianca Belair. The SmackDown Women's Champion. She comes out playing with her hair. No reaction at all. And we're gonna get the rematch from last week for the SmackDown Women's title with her and Carmella. So basically, at this point, I turned the show off. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait maybe another 10 minutes. This match won't last more than 5 minutes. I'm gonna go take a dump. Come back. Hopefully the match is over. That's what I did. Went to the bathroom, came back. Basically, this match was over. And predictable finish, too. So, we get this horrible joke of a match. So she comes out, tries to stop the crowd. No reaction at all. Crowd doesn't give two craps. But she's smiling. She's like, look at me. I'm Bianca. I'm the champ. Let's get some going. Let's come on. The crowd's like, get out of here. Please, get out of here. Please, just bring out Snoop Dogg. Bring out Dr. Drizzy, bring out Eminem. Bring out somebody cool. Just get this wrestling stuff out of here. We're here for rapping hip-hop. I mean, I don't know how long they were out there for. I feel bad for all those people that were there. I really do. They should have just been home at the or at the bar, at the nightclub, or a nice restaurant, or just home. But they're out in the parking lot of the heart. Listen to a bunch of mumble rappers. No, I don't know. I don't even know who was there. I really don't care. Besides Wale, they're probably bored out of their minds. You can't do a festival with wrestling unless you can't have rock and wrestling. You can't do that. Rock and wrestling, you can do that. But you gotta put on some good stuff. Don't give us some fucking mid-carders or lower mid catering people like Chad Gable and Otis and, so I would say, the Street Profits. And then you have Bianca, you have a women's match after that. Oh, you can't do that. And then after that, he's like, oh, we're gonna have two wrestling matches right before the rap concert. You can't do that. You can't. It's disrespectful to the fans. First of all, it's like we've been waiting 5 hours for this. We've been waiting 5 hours in the freaking no, that's 80, 90 degrees out there, and I'm probably sweating bullets. Nice sunset, by the way. That was the only good thing about this whole thing, in Miami. You had a nice, pretty nice sunset. That's nice. But other than that, you can't have a wrestling show at a festival, like especially a hip hop festival. Like it's like saying, imagine let's just hypothetically say AEW was doing a show in let's say they were doing a show in Texas or anywhere in like Carolina or something like that. They did a main show in Carolina. They were like, okay, we're gonna team up with let's make up something like Ozfest or something like that, or Uproar or the Mayhem Festival, or basically any rock festival like Soundwave or something like that. It's like we're gonna have a couple matches, before the rock concert, before Ozfest, or before we're doing Ozfest. Before the main bands go on, like Ozzy and Lamb of God, or maybe In This Moment, who knows, or Slayer, Metallica. Before we do that, we're gonna have a couple of wrestling matches just for your entertainment. Fans might like, okay, we'll watch some wrestling before Ozzy goes on. Why not? Let's make Ozzy wait. I don't want to wait. I want to rock. Sheldon, what the hell are you doing? Ozzy would be pissed. He's like, I want to rock, Sheldon. I don't want to watch your wrestling. Come on. But if you want to have a wrestling show, as part of a festival, like a rock concert, or a heavy metal festival like Ozfest, Soundwave, Rocklahoma, whatever, you can do that, but have stars. Don't give me some freaking mid-card talent or lower mid-card talent or catering people. We want to see something good. Give us the Young Bucks. Give us Kenny. Give us Hangman Adam Page or the Dark Order. Give us somebody good. Rile up the crowd. I mean, come on. Give us something. Give the fans something to cheer for before, they start going completely berserk and headbanging. Rock and roll. I mean, don't give us mid-card. Give us, the big stars. Give us, like, Kenny. Give us, the Bucks. Give us Cody for all we care. I mean, come on. AEW can do that. Tony Khan can do that. Make it happen. Come on. He's going to do it at the fairgrounds. I mean, we'll have Demolition Derby right next to the wrestling match. Come to the Syracuse Fairgrounds and watch AEW, and after that, you can go to the Demolition Derby. It's like, what do you pick? What do you pick? Wrestling or the Demolition Derby? I'd go with wrestling. I mean, at least people won't die. It's more exciting than the Demolition Derby. It is what it is. I mean, I've been to a carnival before, all the way upstate New York. Back in the day, with my ex. I went to, her and her mom took me to the carnival in upstate New York. I don't know, it was in Syracuse or it was in Rome or I think it was in Utica. I forget what it was. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, but I went to the carnival. Had a decent time. Didn't go on many rides or anything like that. But first time I had funnel cake, which is basically like, if you were Italian, Zeppelis. Try that for the first time. I was like, this is good. Did that. Walked around, played a couple games. I bought I don't have it anymore, but no, it's not this one, but is it in here? Not this thing. This thing, I don't remember when I got this thing. One of my many cross chains. Or as I call it, the Aussie chain. I bought my first one. This is silver. The one I bought was like black obsidian silver. I bought that. I was like maybe, I think it was like 10 bucks. I forgot how much it was. Anyway, bought that. Then we bought food, hung out. Then we went to the Demolition Derby. Sat all the way up top of this freaking big freaking thing where the Demolition Derby was going to be at. And I'm like, God damn, this is boring. And besides that, my stomach was turning up a storm. So we had to go to one of her friends that lived around there. After the whole Demolition Derby, went to the house and I received a poop. But still, it was okay. It was I think I bought a shirt there too. Was that the? I think it was that one. Was that one? I think it was that. No, it was that different one. Sorry. I'm thinking of another carnival I went. That was with my cousins. And when I went upstate to a carnival, and I was walking around, and I was wearing an In This Moment shirt, and somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, aren't you?" And, they were thinking I was one of their friends. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, I don't know you guys. Get the hell out of here. They were trying to get my autograph or something. I don't know. This is before it was Mr. VIP. I think it was around 2006, 2007. Sometimes, I get mistaken for people all the time. It is what it is. I'm like, it's like, hey, Johnny, what's going on? I'm like, I'm not Johnny. My name's Peter. Now, who's Johnny? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were my friend Johnny. Happens. I go, it happens. Go find your friend Johnny. Get the fuck out of here. Nice shirt, by the way. Thank you. Come again. Bye-bye. So yeah, I saw the Demolition Derby up, with my ex. I was bored out of my mind. There's one guy that got hurt, and then one of the cars got caught on fire. That was kind of cool. I'm hearing my ex and her mom go, "Kill him, God!" I'm like, this is stupid. And then they had an ambulance come out because I think one little girl went over the gate and fell on her head. Ooh. Unsupervised parents. Dumb. So yeah, that was it, and then never saw a Demolition Derby again. I mean, when I went to the one in with my cousins, my uncles, and everybody, there was a Demolition Derby, but I didn't see it. We just went, we were like walking around. It was a big freaking carnival. We were like walking around, and there's a part where you can go through the Demolition Derby. So that was, we went through there, and then come back, You know, because the Demolition Derby didn't start till later. So went through that, came back. That's it. I'm not a big carnival kind of guy, but you know, AEW, like I said, is doing a show from the fairgrounds. Hopefully, it comes off good. I think it will come off pretty well, but you know, come to the fairgrounds for some AEW action, and then go to the Demolition Derby. Like I said, what do you want to see? You know, you want to see wrestling. You don't want to go to see the Demolition Derby. This is what it is. Like I said, if wrestling like AEW or maybe even Ring of Honor or something, they want to do a simulcast. They want to have one show live from wherever in America, and then they want to do a show from a festival like Ozfest or something like that. You got to have stars. You just can't have mid-card talent or low catering level talent. I don't think AEW would ever do that. You know, there's some of the big stars on the main show, but you know, if you want to have a rock festival or something like that, you know, you got to have some good stars. Put Pentagon there, Pentagon Jr. there, put the Death Triangle there, put Andrade there, put Cody, put Kenny there, put the Bucks there, Hangman Adam Page. You know, just don't. I don't want to go to a rock festival and I'm seeing, you know, I don't mean saying bad things about, you know, AEW people, but come on. I don't want to see, you know, Kylie King against, you know, Nyla Rose or something like that. Come on. I don't want to see that. I'd rather just like, why am I seeing this? I gotta wait for Ozzy. You know, I gotta see this before I get to see Ozzy. Come on. I don't want to see Kylie King and, you know, against, you know, Nyla Rose. I mean, it was Thunder Rosa. I'm like, okay, I'll watch this for a little bit. Thunder Rosa, maybe Britt Baker, DMD baby, you know, going at it, just beating the crap out of each other for the fans' liking. And then next we get like Kenny, no offense to Kenny King, but anyway, Kenny Omega versus, you know, Cody or something like that. Or Kenny King. Why do I keep saying Kenny King? God damn it. Kenny Omega against, you know, Hangman Adam Page at the Rock Festival. You know, and then after that, they put on a banger four-star match. You know, and then after that, some bombastic rock and roll. You know, some Ozzy, some Lamb of God, some Slayer. You know, Motionless in White in this moment. Like, maybe even Rob Zombie. You know, Hatebreed. You know, anybody. You know, yes, yeah, a little bit of wrestling, and then you bang your head and you crack your neck. And just stop beating people up in a mosh pit. You know, no, be respectful in the mosh pit. Don't be an idiot. Next thing you know, you get boom right in the face. And they don't care. Like, oh, I hit you. You know, I got hit. They don't say sorry. Some people do, but you know. Like I say, when you go into the mosh pit, enter at your own risk. And you know, and pay attention to. If you're not looking, boing. Big fat guy. You know, starts wailing his arms and going completely nuts. Wails you from in the back of the head, or wails you right in the fucking face. You go busted wide open. Maybe some teeth knocked out too. You know, they might like kick you in the face or something like that. But like I said, enter the mosh pit at your own risk. You better have insurance. I know from experience. I mean, I told the stories many times. I've been in mosh pits, you know, since the 90s, like the first Ozfest, and Beyond Ozfest, Mayhem, Uproar, Carnival of Souls. Mosh pits are not fun. People get hurt. They die. No, but there's nice people in the mosh pit most of the time. You get knocked down. Hey, get up here. Get up. Get up. Get back in here. You don't get. I mean, they're nice people, but they won't care about you after that. You know what I mean? Thank you for the view, by the way. They don't give a crap. But it is what it is. But anyway, I'm talking about too much stuff. I've gone way off topic, like I always do. Ramble, 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 young man, ramble. But it is what it is. But WWE dropped the ball on this one. They failed miserably with this show tonight. With these two garbage matches they had at the hip hop festival. The fans didn't give two flying whats. All right, so Bianca Belair comes out, tries to rile the crowd, fails, and then Carmella comes out with a little bit of new music. That didn't help her much. Didn't have the entrance that she usually has. That big white thing. She's dancing like you think she's naked behind there. But she just comes out regular and stuff like, hey, look at me, starts playing with her hair. Like, I'm Carmella. Please cheer for me. I'm from Staten Island. We don't get well, fuck. We're from Miami. We don't like New Yorkers in Miami. It is what it is. I know that's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, so they come out. We have this match that I don't even know. I think it lasts like 2 minutes. I didn't keep track of time. But anyway, yeah, this match was garbage. Match number 3 for the title. We matched him last week. It's almost the same goddamn match. They trade fruit roll-ups early on. Carmella with a kick to the shove her around. Bianca's doing her gymnastics routine at the hip hop show. That's great. Then it's a low one-legged drop to the body. Carmella then runs the ropes with a tilt-a-whirl head scissors takeover. Bianca comes back with a shoulder block. Then she wants to end it quickly with the kiss of death. Carmella avoids it, but gets dumped on the apron. But she's able to slam Bianca down on the apron. They go back in the ring. Bianca fights out of a 1925 chin lock. Hits a backbreaker. She sends Bianca to the corner. Bianca goes to run. Carmella avoided it. She goes up top, hits a crossbody. But Bianca being so strong and using her, she picks up. Yeah, she rolls through, picks up Carmella, who weighs like 80 pounds soaking wet. Picks a beautiful fallaway slam. Really, Scott Hall would be proud. He does it way better than JBL. So, anyway, Scott Oliver Hall. Yeah, I heard that. I was like, I'm watching the Macho Man thing on the Dark Side of the Ring with Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth earlier today. And, Scott Hall was on and says, oh, my name is Scott Oliver Hall. I'm like, Oliver? That's your middle name? Okay. But that was hard. Just watching that today was just gut-wrenching. I was crying doing the whole fucking thing. It is what it is. Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. Oh, yeah. So anyway, she hits the fallaway slam. Then she hits a handspring off the ropes. Then a moonsault from Bianca gets a near fall. Carmella comes back with a jawbreaker. But Bianca tries for a suplex. Carmella counts into X Factor. for a near fall. Then Carmella with some super kicks, not great super kicks, but super kicks. She gets one super kick, goes for another one. Bianca avoided that one, hits a right hand. Then she picks up Carmella like a piece of garbage. Bam, kiss of death. 1, 2, 3. Thank the Lord, we're done. So Bianca retains her title. I'm like, why is this match? Why did this match happen? This match should have been in the arena, not at a hip hop festival. Not that it would have got any more reaction from the crowd in Cleveland. And so Bianca retains. Whoop-de goddamn do. Match gave 1.5 out of 5 stars. I guess they're just waiting for Sasha to come back. At this point, when is she coming back? Probably like a week before, or the week of SummerSlam. That's when Sasha's coming back. I mean, really, what are you gonna do, Bianca? Now you gotta set up that match. You have to do it now. You can't wait 2 weeks before freaking the biggest pay-per-view in summer, and you have a 2-week build, Bianca and Sasha. In a rematch from WrestleMania Night 1. That was a great match. And I know the rematch is going to be great if they do. It hopefully it happens at SummerSlam. But you can't give them a 2-week build. You got to start it now. So if I was WWE, I would just call Sasha and say, get to wherever they're going to be at next, Pittsburgh or wherever. So get your ass to Pittsburgh and let's do this thing. Start the goddamn feud now. Don't let me wait 3 more weeks. Come on. For Sasha to come back. For Sasha to make her triumphant return. Fucking stupid. We're gonna wait 2, 3, almost 4 months for Sasha to come back. And they give her a 2-week build to have the rematch. That's going to be another banger. A 2-week build. That's great. And then Sasha wins the belt. Off a 2-week build. Oof. I'm telling you, SummerSlam's going to suck. I'm sorry. It's going to suck. Even if it's in Vegas with Oberg and Cena there and Edge. Well, good matches, but still. It is what it is. Alright, so Bianca retains. Whoop the goddamn freaking do. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, after that, thankfully we come back to the arena in Cleveland. We see our good buddy KO, Kevin Owens. He comes up to Shotzi and Tegan, who were in looked like they were in army fatigue. So what the hell? Anyway, they're working on Shotzi's tank. And I think there was something wrong with the the missile. So Kevin's like, you ever gonna use a hammer to tap fix that? So anyway, I thought it was kind of weird. But anyway, he heads off and then he runs into Baron Corbin. Like I said, he's wearing that that wrinkled up white shirt with the blood stain. It looked like a blood stain, but it was ketchup. But he says it was spaghetti because they eat spaghetti from a can. So Corbin comes up to him. He apologizes for last week. He's just having another bad week. So Owens is like, ugh. He mentions Corbin has had a bad habit of being a jerk for 8 years or so. Basically, yeah, that's kind of true. Basically saying, you brought this on yourself. So Corbin, he continues, talking about his situation, and Kevin's like, isn't that the same shirt from last week? But now it's like, is that ketchup? So Corbin's like, I've been eating spaghetti out of a can, so kind of gets on you and stuff like that. So Owens is like, all right, you've gone through a lot the last month or two. He's like, all right, takes out his wallet, opens it. We see bills on there. Probably went to the ATM before the event happened. We went to the ATM in the arena and all. So anyway, pulls out his wallet. We can see most of his credit cards. So opens it up. We see, and he pulls out some money. I thought he pulled out like $100. But anyway, he pulls out some money. It's $40. Gives it to Corbin. He's like, "Here, don't be a jerk to the people anymore." So Corbin's like, "This will really help, Kevin. Thank you much." So Kevin's like, "Okay, please end the segment right now. Give him money. Let him go buy some McDonald's or some Burger King." So he leaves. Corbin's like, "Thank you." And then next thing you know, he's like counting the money. He's like, "Look at the money." He's counting it. Then next thing you know, boom, he gets hit in the ding dong by Shotzi's missile. Just get any worse for Corbin. So he's having his wang wang. And then we see Ziggy and Bobby come in, start mocking Corbin. They take his money. Like, "I'm gonna steal your lunch money." Thank you. And then Owen's like, "Hey, get away from him." They're chasing him off with a chair. So I'm thinking, all right, now they're gonna make Owens and Corbin team up against two other guys from catering. Is this really gonna be a match next week? Please God, no. But it looks like Owens and Corbin are gonna team up to fight Ziggy and Rude, and this might be the start of something like Kevin's gonna help. Corbin, win some matches and get some money in his pocket. Get the winner's purse of the winner's side of the money instead of the loser's side of the purse money. He's gonna help. He's gonna help him. And then Kevin's probably gonna turn heel. And he's gonna somehow, they're gonna be like a tag team or something. Go for the tag team belts. Why not? I just don't see the reasoning here. What's the logic in this situation here? Why is Kevin reducing himself to being a tag team with Baron Storm and Corbin, helping him out in this stupid homeless gimmick, this bum gimmick? Really, what is the point? Who books this shit? Bruce. Who thinks of it? Bruce. Vince. So Kevin Owens goes from qualifying for Money in the Bank, putting on a pretty good show, almost freaking breaking his goddamn back and his leg for the fans. And next thing you know, he's in a stupid little segment with Baron Storm and Corbin. Now in a tag team match, probably be next week. Sad. Just sad the where Kevin Steen has come from is gone now. For being a god in PWG and Ring of Honor, to being a god in NXT, and then he's like open. Since he came to the main roster, he had that thing with Cena where he should have won that whole entire feud, not winning one goddamn match. He lost his debut to Cena when he was the NXT champion, lost on Monday Night Raw. Then he wins a Battleground. I think he won a Battleground or whatever pay-per-view was he beat him at. Then he loses the third match. And then from there, he was up and down. He wins the Universal title, which I thought was great. They were going to actually make Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, whatever you want to call him, a freaking star. I thought he was going to have a nice long run with a belt. What they do, they booked him incorrectly. And then he loses at the Royal Rumble to fucking Goldberg. No, was it Goldberg? No, I think it was Brock. Either Brock or I think it was Brock. Either way, it was Brock or either Goldberg. It make him lose to them. It was on a roll. but they booked him incorrectly. And then from there, he was like up and down still. Well, sure, give him the Intercontinental title. Then he loses it at WrestleMania to Mr. Woo Woo Woo. Then you bring back, you bring Chris Jericho in, to them be, best friends and everything. That was actually pretty good. Then you turn Kevin, and then he wins the belt back at WrestleMania 33 or 30. It was 33 or 34. Wins the United States title. Then he starts a thing with with Shane, which I thought was okay. Then you bring in Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan. That feud wasn't anything to write home about. Then he has a feud with Seth Rollins again. Had a pretty decent match at WrestleMania 36. I think it was night 2 when he jumps off the set. And that was that. And then he goes away for a while because he got injured. Comes back and he's basically in mid-card L. And then they give him, they let him face Roman twice, and he loses. Gets thrown off the freaking, LED stage, almost dies. And then he should have won it at the Royal. Was that the Royal Rumble? I think, where he handcuffed Roman to the stage. Should have won it. Should have won the belt, and then have a nice 2-month reign. Lose it back to Roman at WrestleMania 37. You do that? No. Just sad. All the NXT guys and girls that have come up in the last few years are just been ruined by Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, let's move on from it. All right, so they had that segment happen. Kevin felt sorry for Corbin, gives him $40, but then Corbin gets knocked right in the nuts. More bad luck for Corbin, gets knocked right in the nuts. And then Ziggy and Roode take his lunch money, was really his dinner money, whatever. And then Owen's like, oh, he feel, it's like, you stole money. So I'm thinking that's gonna happen next week. Ziggy and Roode taking on Corbin and Owens in a ridiculous, boring tag team match. I don't give a flying fuck. That's it. All right, let's end this. It's almost 1 o'clock. I'm hungry too. Anyway, so after that, and I give that segment 2 out of 5 stars. All right, after that, we go back to the ring. We hear the music of a good buddy, Edge Stain, the Rated R superstar. So Edge comes out, and we get a recap of Seth Rollins costing him the Universal title at Money in the Bank. So now they've been teased, they planted the seeds a couple weeks ago. Now they're actually going to go start the road to their match at SummerSlam. So this is good hype, thankfully, for one match. It just was. All right, so after the break, we're going to hear from Edge and probably be hearing from Seth Rollins. And that's that. All right, so we got a long segment. We still got a long way to go. Already almost 2 hours in. All right, we're almost done. All right, so I'm going to try to paraphrase some of it. Anyway, I got a lot of time on StreamYard. What it is. All right, so Edge comes out, got the mic, plays with the crowd a little bit. It's like, Cleveland, yeah! Then he talks about his history. So I have a history lesson with Edge. It's like, I want to learn about his history. I watched some tapes. So he's like, we know how hard he's fought to get this back. I guess being back in the ring and everything, and how hard he the fans back, and that he should be standing in the ring with the Universal title around his waist or holding it up. And the only reason he's not the champ is because of Seth freaking Rollins. He said all his bases covered against the Usos. Figure on getting. But he said that this is bigger than the title. This goes back 7 years ago. to 2014 when Edge and Rollins first met, and when Rollins almost broke his goddamn neck again. Where Rollins couldn't pull the trigger on Edge because he thought Edge wouldn't come back. He's like, guess what? He's like, guess what? I'm back, and now, we're in each other's ways. Going to face Roman and everything. So he's opened. He says he learned from Evil Minds in the history of this this industry. Talks about his time in the Ministry of Darkness. With the Brood. The Brood were part of the Ministry of Darkness. Didn't help their cause that much. So he learned from the Undertaker and company. He says you have no idea the depths he'll sink to get the job done. But tell Seth he's gonna find out. So then Seth Rollins comes out, does his stupid freaking dance like, oh, look at me, I'm Seth Rollins, yay, my crappy suit I got from Kmart. Anyway, he gets on the mic, he's on stage, and he's like, did somebody say my name? Yeah. He's like, oh, that's right, it's you, Grandpa Edge. I was like, whoa. That was kind of funny, calling him Grandpa. I am my grandpa. Grandpa? Yes. If you watch Dexter's Laboratory, Grandpa? Anyway. So basically he says, you're Grandpa, you're not the man you used to be. He starts laughing. And then Edge is like, shut up. So he tells Rollins, why don't you come down to my ring and let's get physical. Well, I was like, no, he says, why don't you come down the ring? He says, but don't worry, I'm not gonna lay my hands on you. We're not gonna brawl or anything. I'm like, yeah, that's a lie. So Rollins like, okay, I'll take the bait. I'll go down the ring. She's like, I'll go down the ring. I know you're not that stupid. And he says, Edge knows what Rollins can do to him. So I was like, I'll play the game. I'll behave. I'll be nice. So he says he's going to come out and talk about how much he hates Cleveland. Get the little heel heat. And people like Edge and Cena who come back whenever they feel like getting jumped the line to take chances they don't deserve from people like him who deserve that. I was like, yeah, that's true. So he says he was going to talk about all those things, but the more he thought about it, the more he agrees with the people of Cleveland. So he's like, I'm happy that you're here, Grandpa. So it's like, I'm happy that you're here, Edge, because Edge has been such a scumbag and killing Edge's dream, ending his little comeback story. So he warns Edge that if he keeps pushing him, in years to come, they won't be talking about the man who ended Edge. So Seth reminds everyone what he did 7 years ago, that he could have ended Edge's career and probably his life for good when he brought the Authority back, thanks to Cena. But he hesitated. But he says next time he gets his chance with his boot on the back of Edge's surgically repaired neck, he's like, I'm not going to hesitate. Then Edge reminds him of promising not to lay his hands on him, but Edge is like, I lied, and they start brawling. Edge was beating him up. Seth comes back a little bit, but Edge eventually hits the execution DDT. Then he tries to go for the spear, and Rollins, smartly ran out of the ring, gets out of the ring. So they're probably going to make Edge hit the spear later on in this feud over a couple weeks. So Edge stands tall. So that was nothing bad or anything. I give it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we'll see what happens next week on SmackDown with Edge and Seth Rollins. Man, that's pretty much it. That was another good segment, but the only good stuff. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, now paraphrase. We're getting a lot of time. Anyway, all right. After that, match number 4, the debut of Toni Storm. As she comes out, not to a great pop. So she comes out and she takes on Zelina Vega. I don't understand why Zelina Vega came back just a job. It just gets stuck in case. but she's getting punished. Same thing with Lana. Miro, Rusev went to AEW. Lana stayed behind, and she gets put through a table 9 times, not for 9 times out of 10 weeks. And then they put her in a freaking boring as fuck tag team with Naomi. And then after that, they kicked Lana out. It's like, okay, we're done punishing you. You can go AEW here with your husband. That's what's happening to Zelina Vega right now. She's getting jobbed out. The 3 times she has appeared, she lost her debut last on SmackDown to who she lose to Liv Morgan, I think it was. She had a pretty decent performance in Money in the Bank. She had her hand on the goddamn briefcase. All she had to do was just rip it off. That would have been a surprise shock of the year. Zelina Vega, of all people, winning Money in the Bank. Who was going to win it. They gave it to Nikki Ashhole. And then she cashes on Charlotte this past month to win Raw title. Stupid. Yeah, but they're punishing her and release her again so she can go to AEW and be with her husband, Tommy and Malachi Black, whatever you want to call him. When she just should have just not taken Vince's money. Not saying, okay, I know, I'm going to take down my unionization tweet. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then Vince's like, okay, we forgive you, but we're going to make you a jobber. Zelina Vega's like, I don't give a shit. It is what it is. And then you got people yelling. You're like, why, Zelina, what are you doing? Yelled at because why Zelina Vega is like and getting blocked like otaku. Speaking their mind, said you should have went to AEW. We're right, you're wrong. So continue to get punished there, Zelina Vega. Go ahead. See if we give a shit. See if we're gonna be there for you when you cry. When you cry on Twitch. You're like, I'm always losing. That's what happens when you got released and you should have went with Tommy. You should have been in AEW even before Tommy debuted. But now you're stuck in WWE with a crappy contract, and now you're getting the Lana treatment. You're getting punished. Sadly to say, Thea Trinidad, you're a great-looking woman. You look like Leah. Just a splitting image of Leah. It is what it is. So enjoy catering and enjoy losing every goddamn week. You're putting it on yourself. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, so Toni Storm takes on Zelina Vega. Zelina got a little bit of offense in. Code Red for a near fall. Then they trade their waist locks. And Zelina takes off Tony's belt. Surprisingly, her pants didn't fall out, so we see, see the good stuff. Anyway, she takes it off. Then she goes at Tony. Tony catches her. Then she like hip toss. She like foot cutter. That was awesome. She calls that Storm 1, not Storm 0. She calls it Storm 3. Okay. So she gets the win. So she'll be back. We're not gonna mess up. We're not gonna mess with an NXT UK / NXT star, a woman. We're not gonna mess with Toni Storm right now. So okay, we're gonna mess with Killer Cross. We're gonna mess up his debut so everybody gets pissed. But we'll make it up. We'll make it up to the fans. We won't mess up Toni Storm just yet. But they're gonna fuck it up. That's all I'm gonna say about that. They're gonna fuck Toni Storm up. She's gonna be in catering in the next 3 months. So this was so Storm wins. Match and gave 2 out of 5 stars. So that's what I gotta say about that. And we move on. All right, after that, Usos, the new Smackdown Tag Team Champions, after they beat the Mysterios at Money in the Bank during the kickoff show. So Jimmy Uso is going to be in action against Dominic Mysterio. Okay. All right, so we get to the match, and match number 5, Jimmy Uso with Jay at ringside taking on Dominic with Ray at ringside. The match was all right. They went back and forth. Ray gets involved. Jay gets involved. You can see the senton on Jay. Dominic with the triangle crossbody on the Jimmy on the outside is going to break. We come back. Dominic's back in control. Hits the tope con hilo. Then he tries to go for the, he hooks Jimmy. He looks up to the sky and goes, trying to do the Three Amigos to his, to his former daddy, Eddie. Dominic, I'm your papi now. So paying tribute to his former dad, to Eddie, gets one of the Amigos, and then Jimmy's like, fuck this. Jimmy fights out of it, fakes a frog splash. I like how he got out of it, and he's like, fuck this. He's like, he starts doing the Latino heat, pissing off the crowd. It is what it is. Anyway, he fakes a frog splash, sends Dominic sends him into ropes, hits the 619, goes up top, then Jey Uso gets involved. But Ray stops him. They start brawling on the floor. And this caused a distraction, which allowed Jimmy to hit a super kick as Dominic was still, trying to get his balance. He jumps off into a super kick by Jimmy. Then they go off the ropes. Jimmy was supposed to hit a Samoan drop. Or we were supposed to get countered by Dominic, and they just botched the whole fucking thing. Then he had to recover. Jimmy gets him in a Hurricanrana. He counters into a Hurricanrana position, and then Jay did what he did at Money in the Bank by using his feet, by pushing the ref, getting the pin and everything. Like how they won the belts at Money in the Bank, and damn, my chest is hurting. It's like, so I haven't ate yet. So I gotta grab something to eat before. I don't eat at all. It's throwing up. I'm gonna grab something real quick. Not now, but after. Before I go to bed. So Jimmy Dominic, and that's that. Match wasn't anything great. The botch at the end really killed us, match. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. But give Dominic credit. Gave Jimmy a nice little run for his money. But still, that botch really killed it. With that. And it is what they're gonna continue this little thing with the Usos and the Mysterios. Probably get a rematch either on SmackDown or at SummerSlam. I just hope they don't give the belts back to the Mysterios. I just don't. Just that the Usos hold it for as long as they can hold it. That's it. All right. So we move on from here. All right, so the Usos they're celebrating, and then we hear the music of our tribal chief, the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, Mr. Goldfist himself. Roman comes out in a nice white shirt with the head of the table shirt. So he comes out with, "My name is Paul Heyman." So he comes out, he's happy with Jimmy's win. They did. So, Roman also gets some pyro, and then the Usos hold up their belts. The Bloodline has all the belts right now. Then they take their sweet-ass time, get into the ring, as always. That's that, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we go to commercial. We come back. Finally, Roman's in the ring with Heyman. So the Usos go to the back because we don't need them. So Heyman gives him the mic, and the crowd's just booing Roman, like, "We don't like you, Roman." So he goes to the crowd, and he tells them to acknowledge me. So they boo. We're like, acknowledge him. Idiots in Cleveland. So then he goes to the camera, tells us all sitting at home, even me and you. And he's like, acknowledge me. So I'm like, acknowledge the champ. Gotta acknowledge the champ. So I acknowledge Roman, even on Twitter. Why not? So then he says, well, you all might as well be doing it, since everybody has been acknowledging him lately. He mentions John Cena acknowledged him at Money in the Bank and on Raw, and also tonight. And he's like, well, I really didn't need John to acknowledge me. He said Hollywood fooled him though. They put a paint job on Cena, and he wanted something new. Then he says all Cena's doing right now is a nostalgia act. Same music, same run to the ring, same outfit, same promo, same insults. So Roman's like, well, if I wanted to do a search for John Cena, I wanted to go online and look up John Cena. I'll look up, search online for 2005 John Cena. Look him up. He says, I look him up, and then he cut the greatest line of the night. I was like, holy shit. And, just by my freaking banner. He says, this is what he said. I wanted, where was it? Same music, same run to the ring, same outfit, same promo, same bullshit it's been doing for 16 goddamn years. So he's like, if I wanted that, all I had to do was search online for 2005 John Cena. And he's like, it's like missionary position every single night. I was like, oh my god. The internet just blew up with that line. Memes galore on Twitter. Went nuts with that line. Roman, go. Why did you use that line back a couple of years ago? When you first fought Cena, when Cena was just burying you, like, you can't cut a promo. Says, I can't, I'm a part-time because you can't do your job. And Roman bumbling his freaking promo. Talking about suffering, succotash. This and that. I mean, but tonight, he buried fucking Cena, and the crowd loved it. I'm thinking to myself, where was this a couple years ago? Why didn't you say this line years ago? It is what it is. All right, so that line was awesome. So savage beating by Roman. So basically, he's like, I'm the tribal chief. We're not motivated or inspired by any of that crap. So he does agree with. He says, John, you're right. I can't see you. I don't want to see you. I don't need to see you, and I have no desire to see you. Basically, so he tells John, your main event not happening. Like, the answer is no. So the crowd's like, good. I'm like, thank the Lord. We're not gonna see Cena at SummerSlam, but we all know we are gonna see Cena. So, Roman will say no, but the match will still happen. So anyway, the crowd goes nuts. I'm going like, oh, thank God, we're not gonna see that. So he says no to Cena's challenge, but then we hear the music of Finn Balor, and Balor comes out. He's in his street clothes now. So he took a nice shower, put on his street clothes. So Balor comes out. I was like, Balor, okay. Maybe getting his revenge when Roman had the Universal title the first time. Not the first time, but when he had the strawberry shortcake version of the Universal title. Now I guess the blueberry version. So maybe wants revenge for maybe a couple years ago or something like that. So Balor comes out, gets in the ring, and so it says that Paul informed him that Balor is here to do what he normally does, and follow in Cena's footsteps. And it's like, oh, you're out to acknowledge me, aren't you? So Balor's like, nope, I'm not out here to acknowledge you. Then he's like, well, Roman, if you're not interested in John's challenge, maybe you'd be interested in my challenge. So the fans like, ooh. And I'm like, okay, this is new. This is interesting. So Roman's like, he looks like, oh, this guy challenged me. Really? So they're talking, they're talking amongst themselves. And then we hear the crowd go, Roman's scared. Okay, that's a new chant. That's nice. They're talking and everything, Roman, they're hearing the Roman scared chants. So Roman's like, okay, yeah. So he looks like he's scared, but then he changes his demeanor, gets all serious, and he gets right up the Finn Balor's face. He's like, okay. He's like, challenge accepted. Does it on the mic. Then they stare at each other as Smackdown ends. 3 to 5 stars. So it looks like we're gonna see Roman versus Finn Balor once again for the Universal title. People saying, "Oh, we're gonna get Roman and Balor at SummerSlam. This is great." No. Stupid marks. See, this is the reason why you have these millennial marks that don't know nothing. You marks actually think we're gonna see Roman and Finn Balor at SummerSlam? Really? You really think that? Okay. Not happening. Probably gonna happen next week on SmackDown. But then there's rumors around that it might be a triple threat match with Balor and against Roman. I think that's a stupid idea. But then again, it might actually work because Roman could beat both of them. Doesn't hurt Balor too much. Doesn't hurt Cena. Cena will just leave. Cena leave. He goes more of his crap. You keep him strong for the rest of the year, which really have nobody for him at this point. Maybe you get Balor a rematch at Extreme Rules and some type of stipulation match. Roman beats the crap out of him again. Then he goes to whatever the October pay-per-view is. Probably retains there. And The Rock is supposed to be at Survivor Series. I don't know what they're going to do with The Rock. I thought they were going to have, we were thinking Rock versus The Rock's going to be the beat Roman at WrestleMania 38. Maybe after the Usos or Heyman turn on him. So Rock wins the belt. Not that we need The Rock coming back and fucking part-timer. Like, oh, The Rock's coming back. He's going to win the belt at WrestleMania and probably lose it at the next one. The goddamn dude. By the way, Survivor Series is 25 years of The Rock. So he'll probably say something like that. And then he'll probably mention Roman. And Roman comes out, beats the crap out of The Rock. And that sets up WrestleMania. But it looks like they're doing something else with The Rock. Maybe. I don't know. They're going from like Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. Now they're talking Roman versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 38. God forbid we need to see that again. Another Roman Brock thing. But actually, this would be interesting now. Roman and Brock would be interesting now. What does Heyman side with? Does he turn on Roman and side with Brock? Or does he turn on Brock and stay with Roman? Or did the Usos turn on Roman? The Usos and Heyman turn on him. And now Heyman has a stable of the Usos and Brock Lesnar, and Roman just still is a monster heel. Well, now he turns back to a face, which I don't want. And then him and Brock will be going at each other for after WrestleMania 38 for the next 5-6 months. Don't want that, please. But like I said, I don't know what the hell WWE's doing right now between now and WrestleMania 38. in Dallas. Who knows? Who knows? They might do Roman and The Rock at Survivor Series. It'd be great, but I'd rather have this at WrestleMania. But still, 25 years of The Rock, Roman versus Rock at the Barclays Center. If it's still gonna be at the Barclays Center, we don't even know where it's gonna be yet. And Roman beats the living crap out of The Rock. Sends Dwayne back to his crappy movies. And then, goes to the end of the year. TLC happens, blah, blah, blah. Roman still has the belt. Goes to the Royal Rumble, still with the belt. And then whoever wins the men's Royal Rumble, which could be Brock this year. Who knows? Or next year, I should say. I would give it a Brock if they're going to do Brock. If they're going to do Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 38, have Brock come back, or if he comes back even sooner, or maybe Brock just takes the year off, the rest of this year off, and he makes a surprise return, like an Edge surprise return. He comes in like at number 27 or something like that. Brock Lesnar, he returns, he wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania to face Roman, probably beats Roman or loses to Roman at WrestleMania 38. Then they go back and forth in the next couple months. Maybe Roman gets it back, maybe before SummerSlam 2022. Who knows? But we'll see what happens. That's that. But yeah, I highly doubt we'll see, Finn Balor and Roman Reigns one-on-one at SummerSlam. I doubt it. I think we're going to see that match next week or then right before SummerSlam. Maybe a couple weeks before SummerSlam. And that's it. And then Cena gets his match. He loses to Roman. And then he goes bye-bye. Reigns go down. And then the next guy that could beat Roman is probably Drew McIntyre. Who knows at this point? Who knows? But that's all I got to say about that. So that ends SmackDown. Like I said, I gave the final segment with Heyman and with Roman, Heyman and Fiend Balor. Excuse me. I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, but then save the show. This horrible show shouldn't have been in 2 different places. Still, it is what it is. But my final rating for SmackDown tonight, right down the middle, daddy, like Bill Alfonso says, 5 out of 10 stars. People are giving it 5.5, close to 6. It's okay, but it wasn't a great show. It was not a great show. Raw and SmackDown were not that great this week. I'm sorry. So 5 out of 10 stars for SmackDown. But let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comments. Or hit me up via social media with your thoughts and all that good stuff. Don't forget to smash that like button to death. Hit the dislike button. I really don't give 2 shits. And that's all I gotta say about that. So leave a comment. Like, dislike, we don't care. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and all my other channels as well, down below. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just type in Peter Gilmore, you'll find me somewhere, or I put the link to my to my Twitter, and Instagram down there. So just follow me on social media, you'll find me somewhere. Maybe I'll follow you back, maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Here's what it is. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And that's basically all I got to say about that. So, all right, so that's it for tonight, kids. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching my stream. Thank you for watching. And that's all I can say about that. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with my Raw review and maybe an open forum stream on TBC Reborn. Once again, Super Saturday stream. We'll talk some wrestling. Talk about the weekend wrestling. Maybe some wrestling news. Maybe the Smackdown rating will come out tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk about the NXT rating and some any other stuff. Maybe some updates with the whole thing with Daniel Bryan, and Punk signing with AEW. We'll talk more about that. Some more quickie news here and there. Maybe talk about some baseball. Talk about whatever we feel like talking about. And hopefully we have some people in the chat. Maybe I might invite somebody on, maybe like fan of YouTube or Chase, or maybe Nick and my good buddy Nick Infante. Maybe we'll have a nice panel. I don't know if I'm gonna do it though, but because I don't like trolls invading and shit like that. I know they will, but it is what it is. I really don't give a shit. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to watch after the video. Go down below, check out my Friday afternoon stream where I talk about CM Punk signing with AEW and a whole lot more. So check out the video down below. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, do whatever you want. And that's all I have to say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off on this late Friday night, early Saturday morning. Now it's July the 24th, 2021. And that's all I got to say about that. So have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore saying rock on and rock hard. And if you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'm out. Peace.